Good morning, class. In today's session, we will see the testing process and the representation of WinRunner uh, automation tool. So in previous class, we have seen that why we are using this WinRunner representations means in this testing tool, what we are doing, we are achieving the functional testing. Means for what it has been designed has to be known, has to be achieved. So for that, we are creating the test script which have been in the CLEC structure, and we gave that name as a TSL, that is a test script test script language here. TSL test scripts. In this TSL test scripts, we will write whatever the means module or whatever the process we are going in the programming language like structure, and we process these scripts, and while processing we are recording that one, and after that we will replay that one or the playback that one, just to know whether the performance or the for what it has been designed is achieved or not. So to test this one, we need to follow these 6 stages here. The first one is creating a GUI map. So in the earlier session, we have seen that whatever the application you are using or the app you are using to process by this WinRunner testing tool, what we have to do, we need to make aware of the system that this application is having these GUI objects, or these are the things evolved in this application. Just you need to read all these things, like means all the information has to be known by the WinRunner. For that, in the earlier we are creating a GUI map here. Means what it does here, it performs what are the things being placed on that application, means or any website or any web page. You can take any example there. What happens when we study that one is, whatever you are performing on that one will be recorded, and it will be make sure that it has been covered all these things or not. We need to see that. And nowadays we are not creating any GUI maps by using these test modes. Means because we are having 2 test modes now. The first one is a context sensitive, which is used for getting the information of mouse movements, and then inputs giving, and the executions what we are performing on that one. So when we are taking these GUI mapping for the test mode representations, we can skip this step here. Why here is, this GUI objects what we are using will identify automatically without mapping this one. Means nowadays we have designed like that. Means especially or particularly there is no need to map the objects of the website or the web page to this WinRunner. Whenever you are running on that one, what happens here is, it will try to read the or try to get the data from that one, and that only will be enough. Means particularly you won't take this step to be done nowadays. And coming to the next one, after performing or after knowing the application which has been chosen for the processing, we need to create a test here. How we are going to create a test means, simply just remember, test script writing or the test script creation here means, we need to specify where I need to perform all these things here. Means whether it is a login page, registration page, or any some other page, or also it could be a web application. We need to take the URL here. This URL what we have been has to be pasted, or there has to be residing one has to be given to the tool here. That tool won't process until you start the recording. Whenever we are creating a test here in any automation tool which is using the record and play method, what happens here is, we need to see that whether it is performing in the from the initiation, or you want to provide any breakpoint or the toggle points for that one. But initially what it has to do, you need to provide an URL or the means the address where it is residing, and what it is doing is, it will process these things what we are given to that one by recording. The first step of the creating the test here is a recording, and we need to provide a URL to that one, and we need to specify a programming should be done for the process. Means whatever you are applying on that one, on that application, what here, it could be in a programming manner. So here it should be include the programming also. Means I am giving some 1000 lines of the program to a testing tool. I let it to check from first line to the 1000th line. So it is not like the testing here. What is the testing here? Means although you are having modules, although you are having a complete project here, what happens here is we need to provide at which instant or at which point I need to perform the testing here. Means you are giving a complete project to the testing, means where they won't perform the complete project on that one. Just try to remember whenever we are performing or testing, or whenever we are getting the processing of these automation or any tool or manual also, we should concentrate on the key components of that only. Key components has to be used for processing. Key components means in that logic which plays a vital role or which plays a prominent role for processing, we should know. After knowing that thing only, we will succeed in the testing. Means here we need to check the website or the web page or the application has been used, means designed by including the many components here. As the many components has been used, it's the correct one. But what you have to do is nothing but we need to specify that we need to use only the key points or the key components here in the testing procedure. Not all the things won't be included, because the testing what we are performing, it's not a free one. What happens here? We need to take this expensive tools or this, all these things will be considered. So for the first time, we have to check whether that in recording the test, the first what you are checking has to be included there. So that's why what they are doing, we need to insert the checkpoints in that one. So here the checkpoints what we are using will be inserted for checking this GI objects what we are using, or the database elements or the databases what we are providing, and also what we are means any bitmappings or any type of means checking has to be done. Means the tester want to test in any way, it allowed to perform the test here on that one. So what we need to do, we need to provide a checkpoint at that one. From this one we need to check here, and we need to perform the testing procedure up to this one has to be specified there. While testing or while performing this one, the Windrunner will capture all the data. Means whatever the data, it means it is moving or entering the data or it is taking any, it will capture all the data and it saves this as a expected result. And what you have to do, we need to the data what we got from that one has to be tested by this actual result. Then this testing procedure will find the defects here. So here in this creating the test, what we do, we will run the process which captures the data and we will save the expected result here. Means at this point we are saving an expected result of that one. Okay. And coming to the next stage or the next step, that is a debugging the test what we have been performed. So here in this mode, what we are doing is we are setting the breakpoints, monitoring of the variables, what we are having, and the control statements also we are within the control how it is being flowing. The control flow has to be know here. And also we need to take this any bug or the any thing has been evolved. Means creating the test means we need to include only some of them. But we need to recheck here anyone has been left or the anyone has been discarded while debugging this one. We need to read that thing. So if we are running the test or if you are performing the debugging on that one, so we need to see that basic syntax errors are there or not. First, the thing is syntax checking we need to perform. And also we need to see that any key point or the any keyword which is a missing elements. Means if you are using loops or the any expressions, logical expressions there, what happens sometimes we miss that thing. So here we need to perform the syntax testing on that one. So to perform the syntax testing for that one, we need to take this test script onto this WinRunner testing tool. In this WinRunner testing tool, we have the tools options will be there. In this tools options, there is a syntax check. In this syntax check, what you are doing before running, we are not running the program, we are not executing until now. So before running that one, what happens here? We need to check whether it is having any errors or not. We need to see. So the syntax check option will provide you if any syntax is being misplaced or if any is missing, if it is not used in a proper manner, all these things will be displayed there. If it is okay, if it is been designed in a in a correct way, then there is no info will be presented on that debugging info. That resultant means it is being passed through the syntax check, and it is used for the next step, which is considered as a running the test here. So here, this one will be considered, the running test will be considered as a verifying the mode to test our application. So here, where we are performing the test here is at the checkpoints, we are performing the test here. So what it is doing, it is being considered that at this stage, at the create test second stage, we got the result that is a current data and then expected result. So here, this expected result will be, the captured one will be tested here, and we need to find that whether if any mismatches are there or not, we need to see. After that, what it is doing, it is been displaying a report by using the view results here. So if any is mismatching while running that one, what happens here is we need to go for this test script again, and we need to update the information on that one. And after that, what it is doing is it is been performing other testing here. So if this at this stage won't perform all these things, creating, debugging, and then run test here, what happens here is here we need to perform the quick test here. Quick test will be performed. This quick test will, as I said in the previous session, quick test won't include all these things here. What it is doing is it is been concentrating on the specified one or the thing what we are using for processing. So already we have been tested that one, and there is a mismatch in there. I just updated the data. This updations, what it has to do, it has to provide that this results what we are using has been mismatched. So then what I have to do, the resultant one what I am providing has to be considered, and we will specify that there should be no other mismatch should be there. So if it is like that, what I have to do, I need to provide that the data what I collected is the correct one. So first I need to see whether it is having the correct info or not. So if it is not having the correct info, what I have to do, I need to go for the another representation, which is updations has to be done to that one. So after getting the updations, it's not necessary that to come to just process all these things in such a way which has been done earlier. So here what I have to do, I need to provide that. I need to provide the data should be not be recovered or not be done in other representations. And at last we need to provide or we need to submit a report to that one. This report submission what we are using will include what are the expected results what we are having, and the other one here is what are the values he has been updated, and if any defects are there, you need to go for that one also. By that, what happens here, we will come to know that any defects has been included or not here. So if you are running in such a way, what happens here, it allows us to know any failures has been detected or not on this test results what we are having for processing. And that's how we are going to this one defect means this defect also we have the statements now. So this statements what we are using along with the your project report means what are the values you are using, inputs, all these things along with that one we will also have a report which is been defect one. So if you want to add the defect, I got this defect and I got this processing like that. So the adding of the defect will be also performed by the project here, and we need to define what is the test script to be performed for representation. And coming to the next one, that is the WinRunner tool here. WinRunner, how we are going to get into this WinRunner and what are the tools we are using will be has a representations here. So here in this we have some introductions to the WinRunner window. So the first one here is starting the WinRunner. Whenever we have been installed that one, so we have to choose the program. In this programs, we have the WinRunner. In this WinRunner, we need to click on that WinRunner too, or we can specify that if there is a shortcut on the desktop, we will go for this desktop representation. Whenever we are clicking on that one, what happens here is it will establish or the maintains the connection between WinRunner and the application which is going to be tested here. And whenever we are double clicking on that one, it opens this one which is called as a WinRunner add-in manager dialog box open. What do you want to do here? What we want to perform here? So here one means we need to select an add-in for the processing. So any add-in can be tested, can be added here. So here this manager will list means these add-ins what we are using. What it is performing here is we need to take this functionality to be tested in a clear manner. If you want to add more to this one, what happens here is it will be allows you to add this one to this library representations. So if you are installing this WinRunner, then add-ins will be displayed there. What do you want to add to our means to this tool here? So if you are adding from the tool, okay, or sometimes you will have to add in, you have to get the add-in from the other source. If you want to take this one, it will be allow you to take the external add-ins, and the WinRunner what you are doing has to take this add-in license for that processing also. So when we are installing this external add-in, what you have to do is nothing but the add-in manager will display all the add-ins here, and we need to check we need to click on that add-in what we are having, and we need to take and we need to click on the here. If you see add-in license is there, we need to click on this add-in license button also to get the features of that one to process the application here. So this will be added or this will be loaded to the current session, not all the for all the WinRunner. For the current session of the WinRunner, this add-ins will be added to that environment. And when we are closing this window, there are been automatically been gone because you are not been selecting for the permanently. We need to select for the complete one. So whenever you are clicking on that one, we'll be getting into the WinRunner environment here. So in this WinRunner environment, we need to click on this. If you want to perform a test here, we need to click on the new test and open the test and perform the test here. Okay. And coming to this WinRunner main window here, we are having multiple representations here. After clicking on that OK button, we are getting this one. So this is the main window we are having. This main window is having multiple elements here. There is a key elements here. The key elements, first one is a title bar. We know that displays what is the name of that one, and the path where it has been currently testing has been opened has to be specified. So sometimes we will forget where the test has been placed or the where it has been performing. So what it is doing is it allows you to know about the where it is been residing. The test what we are performing, where it is been residing here will be done. And coming to the next key elements of that one. So here we are having a file toolbar. File toolbar is there. In this file toolbar, it provides the easy access to the frequently performed task here. And also it is allowing to open, saving, and view the test results and perform some actions on that representation. Likewise, in the normal file toolbar is there now. So that toolbar will be provided. This one now, from up to this one only is a file toolbar. And from this to this, it is a debug toolbar. Second one, that is a third one, debug toolbar. Debug toolbar here is, well, it will allows you to access the features of the debugging, which has been added to this testing tool while debugging phase. Not all the time. While debugging has been performed, it allows you to access that representations. And coming to the next one, which is a beneath of that one, this one, from this one to the this one, this is the test toolbar. In this test toolbar, what we are having, we are providing verification has been done, and also we are providing the recording, play from the top, play from the arrow where have been specified, and stop this thing. Testing. Further testing, test toolbar consists of execution, run, record, and the next from the top. And coming to the next one, here is the user toolbar. User toolbar have the many options in the in later slides. Complete information is there, ma. So this user toolbar, what we are using, what we are providing here is all the tools which are being used for, or which are being specified that that could be used for running the test case or the creating the test case will be considered here. And also last one here is the current status of that one has to be displayed there. So this one here is a status bar. Okay. So coming to this test window. So this test window toolbar, what we are using, how we are going to perform a testing here is, likewise WinRunner main window, it is also having some key elements here. Just to see, this is the key elements what we are using. This is the execution arrow. From here, I'm executing. Okay, and there's a star that is here. There's a cursor is there, other representation where I need to insert the value, and the complete one is being specified as a test script. And then the title of this one will be specified here, means the test one or the name, it will be specified in this one. So in this representation, what we are using or what we are providing here is, it is being taking that the line of the test script being executed at this test run, and also the next elements what you are going to be run will be specified beneath that one. And how I am going to execute this one here is, we can execute this one by using the WinRunner commands here. This WinRunner commands can be used from, or they can be taken from this menu bar, which is being specified as a toolbar representations. Whatever the toolbars we are having will allows you to take the commands from that menu, other from that one, and we will process that thing. If you see, these are the things we are having, and we are representing in a clear manner. The first one here is, how can I select these or how can I run these commands here is, I can run these commands, I can choose these commands from the menu direct itself. Menu bar is there, from the direct itself I can choose that one. And the next one here is clicking commands on a toolbar, means here this is the commands we are having: printing, testing results, and then help. These are the commands only. So we can click the commands from the toolbar here, and these toolbars will be, there are the 4 built-in toolbars here: file toolbar, test toolbar, debug toolbar, and the user toolbar. And if you want to add any add-ons or the any things to your tool, user toolbar will allow you to access that thing, and it is most frequently used one. So here we can make a toolbar which is considered as a floating toolbar here. To make it as a floating toolbar, whether it is a user toolbar or any, just double click on the toolbar. What happens here is, no need to specify that it is go to this toolbar area and select that one. We can place this toolbar wherever we want, and we can means whenever we are typing, it has to be floating. What happens here? It is easy to get the information for that one. So what happens here? We sometimes will forget that where it resides, what is being doing. So if you are using continuously one toolbar, what happens here? It allows you to take that whether it is being considered using these means a specification or the things what it is been providing. So by double clicking on the toolbar, what happens here is the toolbar will be present on the menu bar. Now what happens here is it will be resided at where means where you are dragging to that one. Means I am dragging to at this place, means this toolbar will be here only. Okay, so floating toolbars will be possible for means for the easiness here. Means not all the time you are going to take this, go to the menu bar, you are selecting whatever you are using frequently, just double click on that one and drag this one to this your place. That means where you are accessing that one. What happens here is it allows you to take the commands from that one easily. And coming to the next one, file toolbar. So what is this file toolbar here is it contains all the commands used for performing the task here. Means what are the tasks we are taking? We can create a test script, open a test script, save that one, and you can print that one. We can view the results of that one. And if you want to know what are the properties of that representation here is, we can easily get that representations by clicking on that properties here. Okay. If you see this representation, test results, the test properties we are having this one. So the test properties means what we are giving will be considered or will be allowed here. And coming to the next one, the toolbar, which is a testing. For the testing here using. So while running that one, we need to take this one, means take this information for this processing. So if the information what we are getting from this one, so here we are having some button appearances which are on this toolbar, which are used for run mode, means verify here. If you see there is a indication is there, means we can choose the verification will be having the multiple options for the representation. And also we can record from the top, and the record from the arrow means where have been specified in the previous class, in the previous slide we have seen the arrow representation is there. Now from that you need to record, means you can specify, you can record that at this position. And you need to stop the processing here, means you can easily stop the processing for the representation. And coming to the debugging, this debugging toolbar, what it does here is while debugging, we need to take these toolbar has to be considered for these debugging representation. So in this debugging tool, what happens here is we need to toggle this breakpoint or the delete or the breakpoints. All very process means important processings will be there. So what happens here while we are running or while we are performing any things on these expected many data or there, what do you have to do? We need to debug by multiple times here. So first we need to run the data. So how we are going to run the data or how we are going to run, process this one is, first the test what we are doing is not to a open one. First, we need to select the debugging from the list what we are having from these run modes we are having. If you want to take run or the debug, first we need to specify that thing. Run from the top, what it is doing, it will execute the entire test and process these one and performs a resultant, or it performs a test script which is been taken from the top to down and generates a report which is for the debugging here. If you want to debug that one which is been done, so we need to consider run from the arrow, or we can specify that we need to take this one from one kind of the information only. So here how we are going to perform here is step and step into, these two are there. So first we can take these any of that one, step into, and then we are also having the step out and step to cursor. If any test you are taking, any test you are representing, it allows you to consider step into. Step into means you should step out of from that representation. After that, what it happens, it allows you to access the information from that one. So before accessing that one, we need to see whether it is performing the debugging in such a way or not. So here what it has to do, we need to gather the expected result from the test script what it has been created. We need to monitor the values, that is the variables here. Variables will be monitored. The variables what it has been monitored means what it is doing, it allows you to know about the variable and its data, whether it is been updating. If it is updating, it is allowing to take the correct values or not, we need to know. If it is not like that, what happens here is the mismatching will occur. So this mismatching report, what you are doing, will be generated and will be given to the further processing. So this view results, view results surface what it is do, the checkpoints, error messages, system messages, what the user messages, what we are having will be represented. And the toggle this breakpoint here is, this breakpoint what we are having, from where I mean to process, means I want to know about the an expression only, means how it is performing. An expression means you can take it as a statement or you can take it as in a assignment statement, or also not only the logical expression, any expression you want to know about the processing, simply it will be considering the breakpoint for that representation. And add the watch means just specify that what you are performing on that one, means you need to look after that performing things on that representation. Okay, and coming to the next one, which is the user toolbar. As I said, multiple elements are there, or the multiple key points are there for processing. If I want to take these things to be done based on the test mode here, user can decide the test mode here. User will have the option of recording context sensitive, not as a analog mode. If you want to stop, it can be stopped. These two are being considered as a recording part, and the remaining what we are using for this is use it for the synchronization and providing the checkpoints, whether it is a bitmap or the GUI. And if you want to insert a function for that one, and you want to get the text from that other representation also, it allows you to access this information here. And how I am going to execute this commands, or how I am going to process this one here is, just check on this one or just click on that one and perform the action there and just run the elements what we are having here. In such representations, what it is doing is, it allows the user to know about the what he can do, or the what the person can perform on this representations here. Whenever we are taking these any testing process or understanding these GUI mapping or any creating the text here, what I have to check, I need to present here. If I need to check Power Builder application or the contents of that one, or the database representations or the using, the bitmaps what you are providing, or the text what we are giving, the dates what we are providing, any representation which has been helpful for the one will be used by this WinRunner. And this toolbar what we are using will allows you to know about the things what we are having to be performed. It means if you want to perform any function on that one, what is doing, it is allowing to perform this one by using this representations, that is inserting on that one. And if you want to check multiple points, that is a multiple objects which is being using as a GI, then you need to give the checkpoint representations for that one. And if you want to synchronize also, it allows you synchronize the data for the representation here. And that's about today's class. So these are the things we are having in WinRunner. And also we are taking that the WinRunner tool, what we are performing is been considering that reading of the testing, or the not only a thing, creating the test script is not only a thing. We need to include as many things as that one. And in the next classes, we will see how we are creating the GUI and how we are monitoring all these things for the better processing. Thank you.